Brazil have only conceded one single goal at these championships so far. It's been an exemplary defensive record. One goal conceded in 5 games. Ghana carrying the hopes of their continent here in Cairo. Can there be an African winner of this Under-17 World Championship staged in Africa? Number 18 for Ghana, Owusu Afrey. He is Greece lightning, and Brazil will need to keep a real close eye on him as the Brazilians try to stretch their own legs into attack with little Ronaldo, Ronaldinho they call him. And Fabio Pinto, who's been Brazil's top scorer this championship so far. A toe poke attempt just blazed over the top. But already inside the first minute, it is a signal of intent from the South Americans. Most of these Ghanaian players 6 months or so younger than their Brazilian counterparts. Most of the Brazil team have already turned 17. Most of the Ghanaians still 16 years of age. Free kick awarded to Ghana inside the Brazilian half. This is the 32nd, the last game of the 1997 FIFA Under-17 World Championships. There have already been 114 goals scored across 31 games before this evening. It's a very high average, almost 4 goals per game so far. This is Emmanuel Adjugo, who plays for the Hearts of Oak Youth Academy, producer of much fine talent in Ghana. Abel here of Vasco da Gama. This is his 5th appearance in the tournament. He's played in all but one of the matches so far here in Egypt. This is Fernando, the number 4, who turned 17 back in February. Issa Abdul Rahman of the Goldfields Obuasi club. This Ghanaian player, this Ghanaian team has really caught the imagination, not just of the supporters in their homeland, but right across Africa. They have been the best of the 3 African nations to be taking part in this tournament. But what a challenge this is now against the might of Brazil in the final. Good challenge in the midfield by Matuzale. But Daniel Quay alert to things for Ghana. And he's got a Jogo again available on the left-hand side. Played in towards the captain, Godwin Atram, and easily gathered by Fabio. Such a strong array of talent on display for the participating nations. It will be intriguing to see how many of these young, skillful players go on to represent their countries at a senior FIFA World Cup in the future. He's the Brazilian captain, Ferragam. 2 goals for him already at this tournament. Free kick awarded to Brazil. Norwegian referee today, Terry Haig. This is Diego Rincon, who plays for Internacional, but no way forward and stopped in his tracks by Hamza Mohammed. Ansa cut in the midfield. Free kick to the Ghanaians. These countries having reached this final, having beaten Spain and Germany respectively. Spanish will feel particularly disappointed not to be in this final. And Sergio Santamaria, the Spaniards have had arguably the best individual player of this Under-17 World Championship. Goalkeeper Iker Casillas, big tip for big things at Real Madrid. He's already in the senior squad at his club. And Xavi Hernandez, highly thought of at Barcelona, but that talented Spain team exiting the competition in the semi-finals. Here's Fabio Pinto again. So many scouts from the big clubs in Europe have been watching him. Still just 16 years of age. He won't be 17 until next month. The Brazil number 9. Here is Ronaldinho, another who's been creating headlines already in his tender years. Unable on that occasion to break into the Ghana penalty area. It's a rather cynical challenge by Abel. Making absolutely certain that Owusu Afrey would not go past. He is aware of the danger once Afrey gets up to top cruising speed. And Abel is shown a yellow card there for what was a blatant foul. Ghana, the last standing African nation at these championships. The hosts Egypt were beaten by Spain in the quarterfinals. It is Ansah is the player standing over this free kick. It's a long way back, but this young Brazilian side have erected a wall in any event. Quay also standing over the free kick. And it is struck by Quay, and that's easy pickings in the end for the goalkeeper Fabio. Ferragamo stretching to keep it in play. Brazil scored 19 times en route to this final. As here he goes again, a free, and once again on the receiving end of some heavy treatment being dished out. This time it's Fernando. No attempt really to play the ball, just wanted to stop a free in his tracks. Ghana wanting to take the free kick quickly, but the Norwegian referee is bringing them back. Fabio, the Brazilian goalkeeper who was tested from long range just a moment ago. This time Ghana will play it short initially. I think that was a shot then, though, from Awule Quay. Two Quays in the Ghanaian team. Fabio stretching to try and keep it in. And in the end, it will be a corner for Ghana. It's been a bright start from the African nations so far. They are laying down the early tempo. Fabio, who's played in all of the games so far in this tournament for Brazil. Corner taken short. Atram to Juku here. He has a crack, and I'll tell you what, it wasn't too far over, was it? Emmanuel Adjuku, 16 years of age, and once given a sight of goal inside the penalty area, he didn't stand on ceremony. It's a decent effort, you know. It's the best chance of the game so far. Here they come again. Very much free-flowing style from Ghana. They are not intimidated by the famous yellow shirts they are up against. Poor clearance there, straight to a free. And Ghana pitting Brazil in here in the early stages. This is Abel being put under pressure by Abe. A little bit too forceful from Wisdom Abe. He has fouled the Brazilian number 5, Abel. And that is a free kick to the South Americans. Just did well to stand his ground there, didn't he? Anchored himself into the turf and forced really Wisdom Abe to commit the foul if he wanted to get the ball off him. We mentioned the hosts, Egypt, we mentioned Ghana. The other African nation that have been in action here this month have been Mali, cruelly eliminated by Germany on penalties here at this very stadium a week ago. This is the Cairo International Stadium. It's by far the biggest arena being used to host matches at this FIFA Under-17 World Championships. Twice as big as any of the other stadiums that have been involved in the tournament. Here he goes again, a free. And Brazil are having to keep a very close eye on him. Jorginho this time coming away with possession, and first touch by Fabio Pinto let him down. Forward from Quay. Again, they're trying to release the pace of a free. Jorginho, the defender. He plays his club football in the youth academy at Palmeiras, also known as Jorginho Paulista. Inside him, here is number 15, Gavião. He's been involved in all 6 of the matches for Brazil here at this Under-17 World Championships in Egypt. Ghana, who came through their group as group winners, they comfortably beat Oman in the quarterfinals. And again, there is some no-nonsense tackling going in from Brazil. They are trying to stunt the approach from Emmanuel Afrani's side. So skillful, so fleet-footed, and so far Brazil doing their level best to stop this Ghanaian surge at source. Brazil over the years so known for the flair of their own, but at the moment they are stopping the flair of the Ghanaians. Daniel Quay once again searching towards Abe. Ghana beat the much fancied Spanish side in the semi-finals. They had to come from a goal down. It's very good composed defending by Hamza Mohamed. Strong header by Gaviao. That's given away. Diego Rincon. Matuzalem. A bell onto Ronaldinho, already been linked with the move to one of the big European clubs. Ronaldinho, who's a Grêmio winger, turned 18 in March. Ronaldo's in Brazilian football. As he's younger than the rest, they're calling him Ronaldinho. Nice mopping up under pressure by Rahman. Again, Abel doing what he does, destroyer in the midfield, upsetting the flow and the tempo from the Ghanaians. And here's Fabio Pinto looking up for a bit of support. He might have to do this on his own. Good challenge, Mohamed. Brazil try to keep the chance alive with Ronaldinho. Free kick awarded to the South Americans. Fouled by Ansa. Aziz Ansa scored in the 5-1 win over Bahrain. That was Ghana's second game of this tournament. Ronaldinho placing the ball to take this free kick himself. Osai Boateng, the Ghanaian goalkeeper, who's only been beaten 3 times so far at this championship en route to the final. Struck in originally by Ronaldinho. It was Rincon with the follow-up. And he'll be disappointed not to have hit the target from there. Speculative effort from Ronaldinho. Not really dealt with by Rahman. And when it fell to Diego Rincon, he just needed a little bit more composure. Brazil did top their group, winning 3 out of 3. They beat Oman, USA and Austria. And they came through the big South American battle against Argentina in the knockout stages. Rincon has done very well here. On to Fabio Pinto. Such a ball of energy. He's tried to take it through the Ghanaian defence on a couple of occasions now. Mohamed goes long and searching for a free once again, and his pace gets him there. And the cross just a little bit too high for Abe in the middle. And some desperate defending from Fernando. Well, it's been a cautious start, hasn't it, for Ramon Carlos Cesar's side. Corner taken quickly. Again, the snapshot delivered, but Abe well off target. He scored against Bahrain earlier on. Wisdom Abe. Another of the Ghanaians who is still just 16 years of age. Total capacity of this stadium, 74,000 roughly. Half that number in attendance here, somewhere around 35,000. It is some attendance for an underage game. But this the big showpiece of this 1997 Under-17 World Championships. No way forward for the captain, Godwin Attrap. He's been a real live wire in the tournament. Leads his side by example, plays with a smile on his face. Great to watch. This is Ajugu. He's done well to work it into a bit of space, but Atram couldn't provide the final shot. Abe tries it. And again, it's well off distance. Well, the early attempts at goal have in the main been for the African side. But they need to get a shot on target. They've all been blazed off target so far. Quarter of an hour played. Quay. Not happy with that clearance, just off balance as he struck it. There's certainly some nerves in evidence as the teams came out to line up earlier on. Bobby Charlton was the guest of honour introduced to them. The great Pelé is sitting watching in the stands. There'll always be a bit of pressure when legends like that are looking on, particularly when the players involved are just teenagers. Again, the pace of the Jugo has been sought after. And again, it's the sturdiness of Fernando that stands tall. Abel. Gaviao. Trying to release Ronaldinho here. And then sliding in is Matuzalem, the number 11. Matuzalem, who plays with Vitoria back in his homeland. Awule Quay. There are two Quays in this Ghana team. Daniel Quay, the central defender. Awule Quay, who's in the middle of the midfield. Rahman with the header down. Forward from Abdul Razak, who plays with the Abusa Dwarfs Academy in Ghana. Rincon. Again, they're trying to get it direct up to Fabio Pinto. 4 goals at this tournament for him. Brazil's top scorer there, number 9. And that attempt that he blazed over the top inside the opening minute of the game. Much of Brazil's success in this final could depend on how effectively they can pick out their number 9. Hamza Mohamed up from right back. Not enough elevation on the cross, but Ghana will remain on the attack. They've got themselves the throw. Alert was Atram to receive it, and good work from Mohamed will win Ghana yet another corner. Played in by Mohamed. Didn't commit too many white shirts forward there, Ghana. There were only 4 waiting in the penalty area. As the corner was taken in, all hands on deck for Brazil back in defence. Tea time kickoff in Cairo. Game started 6:15 local time. Warm though, temperatures up around 30 degrees centigrade, even this late in the evening. Ball on to Ronaldinho. Just hits it very gracefully, doesn't he, the Brazilian number 10? And again, the endeavours to pick out Fabio Pinto stunted somewhat. Ronaldinho will try again. Switching it, this time to the right back, Andre, who's come forward. 4th appearance at this tournament for Andre. Turned 17 in February, plays with Sao Paulo, the right back. Jugo. Brazil beginning to settle into it a bit more now in the midfield. Rincon. The taller attacking players in this Brazilian squad, but he can't weave his way into the penalty area there. Is there a chance for Ghana to come and hit on the counter-attack? Brazil have committed quite a few bodies forward there. It's flicked on by Atram, trying to pick out Abe. It's great footwork, you have to say. And he tried the little nutmeg on Fernando, who'd seen that trick before. And Brazil relieved to clear the ball away. Mohamed. Daniel Quay. And then Razak is stripped to the ground by the Brazil captain Ferragut. And that will be A free kick to Ghana. Answer's free kick. Well, that's rather wasteful in the circumstances. Just returning possession back to Fabio. Long and searching for Ronaldinho. To Zalim. Ronaldinho back to Abel. The passing from Brazil not quite as crisp as they would be hoping for in their opponent's final third. Here is Rincon. Good body strength to hold off the first challenge. Support now from Andre. Goalkeeper decided early he was coming. It was a good decision from Osei Boateng. Again, you can see every time with Ghana have possession, they are looking to that right wing. They are looking to Owusu Afri. He can provide the spark, but can they give him the service? Forward from Razak, straight to Fernando. The pressure on this Brazilian side. They have been the overwhelming favourites to win the competition right from the get-go. For Ghana, they have been a people's favourite with the locals in Africa. As the tournament has gone on, their performances begin to suggest more and more they might be able to pull off the surprises, particularly that win against the much fancied Spain team. It's made everyone sit up and take notice here in Egypt that Ghana could be realistic winners. Too far in front of Diego Rincon here, and easily mopped up at the back by Issa Abdul Rahman. Fernando's header, sturdy defender. Here he is again, very much the antidote to some of the fleeter-footed players in this Brazil team. He's the rock in which they can perform their tricks on top of. Uruguay takes the free kick quickly, helped on by Razak. Again, Fernando is across to make sure there's no way through for Wisdom Abe. Does what he does very well, Fernando, of the Flamengo club in Brazil. Rincon's flicked on header. Again, they fail to pick out Fabio Pinto. Free. He is an absolute box of tricks. And once again, Brazil have to resort to foul means to stop it. Lovely twinkle toes from a free. Daniel Kwai unable to pick out a pass, and now he's out of position. Support behind from Rahman, who has lunged in. Issa Abdul Rahman, he knew that his defensive partner, Daniel Kwai, was marooned upfield. He knew he was the last defender there. It is a yellow card and a caution he takes for the team. Issa Abdul Rahman, free kick to Brazil. Yellow card for the Ghanaian central defender. Ronaldinho to take. That's a dangerous tackle, isn't it? No real complaints about the yellow card. Jorginho standing over it, and Ronaldinho too. And it is Ronaldinho who takes, and again he's cracked it in towards the target. And Boateng, not taking any chances, puts it out for the corner. Didn't seem to be a shooting location, it's so far out, but Ronaldinho clipping it towards that top corner. And it is Ronaldinho to take the corner. As it came through to Gavião, I don't think he was quite expecting it there, the Grêmio defender. Just had to stoop down. The ball hit him really rather than he hitting it. It's a bit of a let-off for Ghana. Razak. Sturdy from Abel. Fabio Pinto's come out to the right wing to try and find some room, and he's well dealt with. Oh, well, Razak thought he dealt with him well with the tackle. Referee says it's a foul of the free kick. Ronaldinho unable to receive with his back to the penalty area. Another throw in to Ghana. Abe. Oh, he's done well here to keep it in play. Has a Juku. But the referee has blown the whistle to say the ball had in fact left the field of play. Gavião. It's a lovely judged pass for Jorginho here. Free coming back to help out his defenders. Acrobatically cleared away by Mohamed. Turn and flick on from Abe. Brazil have it with Ronaldinho. Again, that final pass from the Brazil midfield to their front man is still lacking the quality we would expect and hope to see from the famous South Americans. Jugu. Again, a foul on Wisdom Abe. Fernando once again taking no prisoners. Jugu. Fernando trying to draw the foul in by the corner flag. Jugu's frustrated there. He felt he was battling for it fairly. Terry Haig from Norway, the referee, indicating it is a free kick to Brazil. Razak with the throw, acrobatically away by Andre. Rahman. Flag raised on the far side. Free kick to Brazil. It's been a cagey final so far. Ghana with the early impetus in terms of attack. Brazil settling into it more and more now, though. Here is Fabio Pinto. He's been a closely marked player so far. Jorginho. Back to Ronaldinho. Came at a difficult height for Andre. not a comfortable one to receive. Rahman up towards Abe. Could be a chance here. This is the captain, Atram. Good footwork initially, but he was outnumbered. It's excellent defending from Brazil. Hunting in packs, retrieving possession and clearing away. Rincon had the ball taken away from him. The shot powered on by Aziz Ansah. Just picks the pocket of Rincon there. It's not great from Rincon, and he'll be very relieved to see that sail over the top. Fabio's long clearance met by the forehead of Daniel Quay. Fabio Pinto managed to shrug off Rahman. Said Boateng, who had that one save for the Ronaldinho free kick. That's about all he's had to deal with in terms of shots on target in this final so far. Rincon with another poor touch. He's going to have a great few minutes. Diego Rincon, very talented player, has scored already at this tournament. A couple of sloppy touches, though, not helping his team at the moment. This is Hamza Mohamed for Ghana. Daniel Quay. Picking out Owusu Afri, who's come across to the left wing now. Tries to find some space away from the intense defending of the Brazilian back four. Mohamed's ball, it's a good one into the penalty area. Afri was arriving, and he will take the corner. Taken quickly, Atram, and the angle was very tight, but even so, he's well off target with a shot in the end. Godwin, Atram. Lovely lunge initially to go past the right back Andre. And I think he was hoping that the toe poke would just squeeze in, but it skewed off his big toe and into the side netting. Combative in the midfield from Aziz Ansah. Not giving up the ghost. Even when he seemed to have lost out, he still had something there to battle on with. This is Andre. Good pressure being applied by the Ghanaians and forcing Brazil to put it out for a throw. Rahman. Matuzalim for Ronaldinho. This is Fabio Pinto, once again finding himself a very marked man. Ghana have excelled so far in keeping Brazil's star man quiet. Here comes Wisdom Abe, looking for his captain Atram. And Ghana earn themselves yet another corner. Can they make this pressure count before half-time? Hamza Mohamed to take the corner. Headed away by Abel. Down goes a free. That was inside the penalty area. He's appealing it might have been a spot kick. The referee's not interested. Here is Fabio Pinto, who picked up possession inside his own half. It earns Brazil a throw-in inside the Ghanaian half of the field. Still tense in Cairo in this under-17 final. Rahman looking for some space, looking for Abe. Hamza Mohammed. Nice turn, initially at least by Atram. Just a little bit too much of the pass forward, but it's good thinking, nice ideas from Ghana as they try to prize a way through this Brazilian rearguard. Avulikwe did well in the build-up there. It's not a bad cross, dug out by Abe. Now, this is a chance, it really is, for Atram around the keeper, but cleared off the line. Jorginho got back there to save it. That is, hands down, the best goal-scoring opportunity of the game so far. The pressure from Ghana, rewarded with a clear opportunity at goal. They're going to get another chance here with a free kick, but what about this for an opportunity? The captain, Godwin Atram. Oh, he's done really well around the keeper. It was going in. And it is a last gasp goal line clearance that keeps this final scoreless. Relief for Fabio. That's his most worried moment of this final so far. Godwin Atram. Will he rue not putting that away? He did so well around the keeper. Even from the tight angle, it was on target. Jorginho back there on the goal line to clear away. This is a long way out, but the wall was erected anyway, and in the end, the shot is well off target from Atram. That is a huge wake-up call for Brazil, the closest they've been to going behind in this final so far. Can they afford to allow Ghana many more opportunities like that? Wasn't the best defending you've ever seen in the build-up. Atram was given space. In the end, though, the Brazil defence did its job. Good work by Ferragum. Abel. Back to Gaviao. Ferragum to Andre. Brazil probably need to see a little bit more of this, just clean passing in the midfield. So often when they go for these longer passes, it's when possession is given away. And this Brazilian side just need a little bit more belief in their shorter passing skills at the moment. This is Hamza Mohammed on the attack for Ghana. And this is a free! And Owusu, a free! Opens the lead for Ghana. Well, you've got to say it was coming. The pressure from the African nation is rewarded on the scoreboard. And it's Owusu, a free, the flying winger, who showed a really cool head when it came to applying the finishing touch there. Brazil are shocked. Hamza Mohammed set it in motion. Atram allowing it past his body. It's a great finish by a free. Not the best defending you've ever seen from Brazil. Andre found himself cut out. He wasn't expecting it to come through Atram. Don't think that was an intentional dummy from Atram, but it worked perfectly for a free. And it's Ghana who lead in this Under-17 World Championship final. Real thrust from Hamza Mohammed. It sums up the attitude of this Ghanaian team. This puts it up to Brazil now. We're about to find out just how good these young South Americans really are. If Brazil are to win this final, they are going to have to come from behind to do so. fizz of energy around the stadium. Africans will be very pleased to see Brazil under pressure like this. Quay. With half-time approaching, that was the perfect time for Ghana to take the lead. To Zalem. Ronaldinho. More urgency now about Brazil. They've suddenly found themselves chasing the game. Fernando. Andre. The challenge from Ghana and from Ansah to briefly win it back. Gavião goes long. These long balls have not been very effective for Brazil so far, comfortably dealt with by the Ghanaian back four. Razak pushes it off Ferragum, and the throw-in will be to the team in front, to Ghana. This time the throw for Brazil, and the coach Ramon Carlos Cesar is up off his bench. He's bellowing the instructions to his team. Brighter ideas are needed from Brazil now. Ferragum caught in possession. He's fortunate it falls for Gavião. Searching ball again, unable to pick out a teammate's shirt. Quay to Hamza Mohamed. One back for Brazil by Ronaldinho initially, onto Matazela, and that will be a free kick to Brazil. Is there time for an equaliser before the break? Can Brazil make this set piece count? Pinto looking for space at the far post from where the ball will come here. So Boateng will be aware that Ronaldinho tried to beat him at the top corner from a similar position to this earlier. It's not hit as well this time from Ronaldinho, but he does battle on to keep the opportunity alive here. Roar from the crowd as Ghana come on the prowl again. Important challenge from Fernando. Second goal for Ghana, and Brazil really would be in big trouble. Strong defending from Jorginho. Gets it back from Abel. Andre. Ferragum, can the captain drag his team back into this final? Ferragum again, the Palmeiras midfielder, but it's a sloppy ball. Brazil are rattled a bit at the moment. Quay, he's put it too far in front of a free. Better ball this time. Fabio Pinto. And finding himself a very closely marked man. Fabio Pinto, scorer of 4 goals in this tournament already, but he hasn't had space to breathe in this final. Here he is again. Again, immediately relieved of possession. Atram, back to Ansah. Atram unable to receive the return. Gavião likes these long quarterback-style passes, and just for a moment it might have fallen for Ronaldinho. Mohamed did just enough to help it back to Boateng. Kwai. And there it is, the whistle for half-time and the cheers from the Ghanaians. This final is going just as they hoped. And at half-time at the Cairo International Stadium, it is Brazil 0, Ghana 1. Here we go then, a determined-looking Brazil team back out on the pitch and ready for the second half of this FIFA Under-17 World Championship Final 1997. The goal from Owusu Afriyie came just 6 minutes before the break. Ghana with a lead, which all of Africa will be hoping they can hold on to in this second 45 minutes. For Brazil, they must try to come from behind if they are to get their hands on the trophy. No changes in personnel over the break. We've got the same 11s that started the game respectively as the evening shadows begin to creep under the floodlights across the pitch at the Cairo International Stadium. And a good challenge by Jorginho to win possession for Brazil as they try to lay down an early marker at the start of the second half. That's the way to go about it. It was Matuzale who's already scored at this Under-17 World Championship in Egypt. And a left-footed shot, and you have to say it's a magnificent save. It was heading for the top corner, Boateng finger-tipping it out for this corner taken by Ronaldinho. Brazil straight out of the traps at the start of this second half with ground to catch up. Matuzale giving real optimism now to the South Americans. What will the response be from Ghana? Here is their goal scorer, Afriyie. The flag is raised, and that's an offside decision. And a free kick for Brazil. Hearts still racing in the Ghana defence. They came so close to giving up their one-goal lead there right at the start of the second half, and Matuzale extremely unfortunate. Here is Andre to Diego Rincon, who was a bit sluggish in the opening 45 minutes, and Brazil will be hoping for more for him now. Gavião. Again, those long searching balls from him are not quite finding their target at the moment. Ronaldinho was his target. Kwai. Want to scamper after here. It was Abe's cross and it flashed through in front of Atrap. Juku here trying to keep the chance alive, full of silky skills and tricks, but Brazil feeling the ball had gone out of play before it came back in again. Just a little reminder for Brazil there as they go in search of an equaliser. They can't afford to leave any gaps at the back for Ghana to go and double their lead. Gaviao, a measured pass this time through the midfield. Abel was held up. No foul on Matuzale. This is Diego Rincon. It's a good challenge, very good challenge. Messiah Abdul Rahman. Again, a bit unfortunate with the through ball. Russo Frey is lightning fast, but even he couldn't get onto that. This is Jorginho for Brazil. Able to pick out Matuzale. Rincon. Nice touch for Abel. Now Ronaldinho. Jorginho. There is a higher tempo from Brazil now in this second half. Clearance by Hamza Mohamed. What a stumble by Fernando, and he's under pressure here, and that is wonderful poise to regain his stance. Fernando, who seemed to be squandering, and yet he managed to rectify the situation comfortably. That's a very neat turn. Plenty of white shirts back in defence for Ghana, and a chance to clear away. Fabio Pinto, the Brazilian number 9, trying to win back possession and being fouled. It's a free kick to Brazil. Brazil needing to roll up their sleeves and get stuck in now. Fabio Pinto, who's had precious few sights of goal, finding himself running back towards his own halfway line here, but drawing the foul. And anywhere will do in defence as Daniel Quay gets it away. Jorginho up from left back to take the throw. Ronaldinho. Brazil, as they do at every level, look to their number 10 at times like this when they need to be dug out of a situation. No way through for Ronaldinho on that occasion though. Gaviao, Gremio player, plays alongside Ronaldinho at the youth team at club level. Daniel Quay, oh, a hesitation, and Fabio Pinto could be in here, and it's saved by Jose Boateng. It was just stretched away from Fabio Pinto, a heavy touch in the build-up just there. Took it too far in front of him, and he was stretching as he attempted the shot. It's Brazil's closest opportunity in the game for some time. They've struggled to get into the Ghana penalty area throughout. Fernando trying to get things moving through the midfield. Very relaxed defending Daniel Quay. Unruffled. This is Hamza Mohamed. He's managed to keep it in play here for Afri. Started the game on the right wing, finished the first half on the left wing where he scored, and now he's back out in that natural habitat on the right-hand side again. Diego Rincon trying to get Brazil moving. And Fernando has left Ronaldinho short here, but a good recovery by Ronaldinho. Fabio Pinto applying better pressure now. Support arrives. Rincon. Can they forge the opening for the shot? It comes in from Matuzale, and it's saved by Jose Boateng. This is more like it now from Brazil. They've been awoken from their slumber. Matuzale, it was heading for the bottom corner. It was a good shot. It needed a very good save. Jorginho to Ronaldinho. Hooked away by Rahman. Fernando goes long. Rahman again. It's become a scrappy final here. Fabio Pinto. His 5th goal in the tournament. He would need a hat-trick in this final if he was to claim the golden boot. It's not a bad first touch actually. Matuzalem battles on inside a busy penalty area but can't find a clean way through. It is Ansa, supported by Razak. Brazil are hungry to get on the ball now. Fernando lunging in. Mentioned the first half of these Brazilian players, on average 6 months older than their Ghanaian counterparts. Could become more of a factor as the warm evening bears on and the fatigue starts to creep in. Matuzalem trying to win a foul here on the edge of the penalty area, and he's going to get it as well. Ghanaians felt he might have just run into the defender. Norwegian referee says it's a Brazilian free kick. And the South Americans make their first change of the final. Giovanni, who is a forward who plays for Cruzeiro, turns 18 in January. He will come on in place of Diego Rincon, who's been sparkling throughout this tournament in Egypt, but hasn't had his best evening in this final. Rincon makes way. Giovanni, who's a very skillful player, will come on to replace him. So new, fresh ideas in attack for Brazil as Ronaldinho stands over this free kick. Brazil have committed plenty of players forward here. And the goalkeeper decided early he was going to punch that Boateng. Matuzalem, helped out by Jorginho. And very much battling characteristics of the Ghanaians as they stand their ground on the edge of the penalty area. And Aziz Ansah wins the free kick.
Come on.
Diego Rincon departing the field to allow the arrival of Giovanni. Giovanni, who offers different attributes. Diego Rincon tall and powerful. Giovanni is more in the jinky winger mould of Brazilian wide players. This is Ansah. Gonna need to be careful to keep their shape here. He's done them well to this stage. This flurry of attacking activity from Brazil since the break has caused a bit of a rejig, and a defender coming on here. Isaac Owusu will come on to replace Awulekwai. So that is a midfielder going off and a defensive-minded player coming on. Isaac Owusu, who has been one of the best players of this tournament. He was an injury doubt ahead of the final, but he is going to get to play in the majority of the second half here. Isaac Owusu. Ghana looking to hold on to their one-goal lead, achieved with a goal from Owusu Frey right at the end of the first half. There's Matuzalem, who's having a good game for Brazil. He's been as active as any of them, trying to pick out the new man, Giovanni, but well handled by Abdul Razak. This is Ansah. Good work in the midfield from Brazil. Here is Ronaldinho. Has he got any tricks up that sleeve? Tackled, but such is the tenacity of Ronaldinho that he runs and wins it back again for his team. And here he is again for a third time involved in the move, setting away Giovanni. First chance for him to get into a crossing position. Matuzalem will keep it in play. We're seeing so much more from the Brazilians now. It's brought out a fighting quality in them. Matuzalem's delivery, free header of the far post, and just couldn't apply the power there. Much better from Brazil though this. Matuzalem had his chance to look up. There's no marking of the back post. Watching dignitaries looking on, and up there amongst those posh seats is the great Pelé himself watching on. Here is Ronaldinho. Might have done better with the opportunity a few moments ago. Trying to flick it there over the head of Razak. And he's done enough there, Ronaldinho, to win his team a corner. Nervous moments for Boateng and the Ghanaian defence. Oh, he's done well. Osei Boateng, the goalkeeper who plays with the great Olympics club in Ghana. He made that look easy. He's relieved a lot of pressure for his team and sends them back down into Brazilian territory. Here on in this final, it's not about the performance. It's not about impressing the watching scouts. This is about getting the job done now for Ghana and Emmanuel Afrani, their coach. They have given themselves a great opportunity. They have got this 1-goal lead, but they are up against a different beast now. Fabio Pinto stopped in his tracks by Hamza Mohammed. That's exactly the sort of challenge that Ghana needed him to produce there. Now, a bit of space opening up. This is Ajogu. He's miles out. That is such a speculative effort. He had better options, but on that occasion, he only had an eye for goal himself. So roughly 10 minutes into the second half, and Brazil continuing their pursuit of Ghana's lead. There's no doubt there's been improvements for the South Americans, but will it be enough? Can they find the killer strike? Fabio Pinto's ball forward here, does pick out Giovanni. And again, it's a shoot from side policy. And I'll tell you what, that is one of the best shots we've seen in the game. Boateng surprised to see it come in. It's rattled off the crossbar. And for a moment, it looks suspiciously like it might have gone in. Down it comes, lands outside the goal area. But that is as close as Brazil have come to make it 1-1 in the game. Much, much better for the South Americans. And the winger Giovanni, who was brought on clearly under the instruction to have a go, to have a pop at the target whenever possible. And he very nearly made it 1-1. Owusu, substitute for Ghana, just sitting in as an extra defensive layer in front of the back four. Brazil come from deep with Ferragum, the captain from Palmeiras. But all that's doing is returning possession to Ghana. Can the African nation keep their cool now? This is a time for level heads. The captain, Atram, will look to lead by example. He's got a Jogo outside him, but he won't be able to pick him up. This is Fernando. Brazil, who have suddenly shifted through the gear since half-time. They're playing with so much more momentum. Yet they still trail 1-0. Daniel Quai. Challenge on Jorginho and a free kick awarded to Brazil. The foul from Wisdom Abe. Ronaldinho. Forward to Fabio Pinto. Good job from Isaac Owusu. And here is Atram. Jogo getting the head up, looking for the safe pass rather than the risky one, and that's what Ghana need to do. And ticking on in their favour as we reach the hour mark of the match. Here is Matuzalo. This was Giovanni's attempt from distance, hitting the underside of the crossbar. Boateng was beaten, and Brazil really could not come any closer to getting their equaliser and making it 1-1. If that was half a centimetre lower, it would have clipped the bar and gone in. Certainly bright shoots of encouragement from the arrival of Jorginho. Brazil will try and get him on the ball again. Ferragum searching for that right wing. Razak, the defender, back there, and he's done well. Entertainments on and off the field in Cairo. And this crowd to be treated to any further goals, or will the one strike be enough from Owusu Afrani in the first half for Ghana? Ronaldinho and co, they have plenty of tricks up their sleeve. I'm not quite sure they can pull that particular trick off. Ghana certainly will be head over heels if they can hold on for this victory. With the eyes of the world upon them in the FIFA Under-17 World Championships. It would be some turn up for the books if this Ghanaian team complete this job against their illustrious Brazilian counterparts. So many of these Brazilians would have been tracked by the top clubs. Bright futures ahead of them all. The Ghanaians, more unknown quantities, but they'll be very much hot property now if they can hold on for this. It's getting scrappy in the midfield, but Ghana dishing out as much as they receive at the moment. There's the great Pelé watching on. Wasn't involved in too many finals that Brazil lost himself. More often than not, Pelé on the winning side when wearing the yellow and blue. It's a nice touch. Ronaldinho surging into the penalty area. He's hit it well, and the follow-up is in. And Matuzala makes it 1-1. And Brazil are rewarded for their excellent work since halftime. Ronaldinho set it in motion, and Matuzala was on hand to finish the rebound. Brazil won, Ghana won, and this surge from Ronaldinho set it all up. Brilliant shot from him, denied by Boateng, but the shot was too hot to handle. And Matuzala, the Vitória player who's been full of hard running all evening, he's chased a few lost causes like this into the penalty area without reward. This time it fell perfectly for him. Matuzala makes it 1-1 in the final. Interesting to see how Ghana respond as there's appeals for a penalty. And those appeals falling on deaf ears for now. Abel to the goal scorer, Matuzala. Ghana get it back. A free, no way through. Let's brighten the mood for the Brazilian supporters in the crowd now. Lovely flick in the build-up there for Ronaldinho, then flicked it onto himself. This was the Brazilian flair we were hoping to see in this final. Now, into the final half hour of the match, it suddenly comes to the fore. And the question is, can Brazil, having come from behind, can they now go on to take the lead themselves? Can Ghana bounce back? Wasteful in the end from the set piece. Ronaldinho's header, but it won't keep it in play. Throw-in will be for the Ghanaians. Taking no chances. Let's throw. He's in towards a free. There's Fabio Pinto. That's a very good turn. That's more like what he can do. We've not seen the best of him in this final yet, Fabio Pinto, but he could be in here. Oh, he just left the ball behind him as he broke into the penalty area. Well, that was much more like it from Fabio Pinto. Ronaldinho. Brazilians beginning to turn on the party pieces now. Andre, good run from the right back. We've not seen him come on the attack too often in the match. He's been held up by his defensive responsibilities, but we saw in the earlier rounds how he loves to come forward. Ronaldinho tried to shuffle that into the path of Fabio Pinto. Ghana struggling to put passes together now. They are feeling the pressure. Isaac Kawusu. That's it to Mohamed. And Mohamed has got a really good right boot in him. And some crosses from that right-hand side, particularly the deep ones, have caused problems for the Brazilian defence throughout. Free takes the throw himself. To Atra. Defender is Fernando. Throw into Ghana. Since conceded the goal of the first half, Brazilian goalkeeper Fabio's not had many to save himself. He's had a few blaze off target towards him. Can Ghana test the Brazilian keeper in this second 45 minutes? That's a tumble rather dramatically by Wisdom Abe on the edge of the penalty area. Wasn't going to get anything there. Quay's clearance. This is good. Away in the end by Andre, the Sao Paulo right back. Effortlessly controlled by Ronaldinho. Back to Jorginho. Jorginho, the Palmeiras player, was fouled. Free kick to Brazil. (1-1) in the final in the Egyptian capital. One way or the other, we will get an outcome, even if it goes all the way to penalties. This final gets decided tonight. There is Jorginho. Away by Rahman. It's a lovely first touch, really good by a free. Couldn't take it with him though. Here is Razak. Committed a few white shirts forward here. Back it comes. The shot from Razak, and it hits the side netting. Well, it's encouraging for Ghana as they absorb pressure down one end. The African nation come and try and apply some pressure down the other. Into the final quarter of the regulation 90 minutes now. Answer. Nice footwork from the free. He's on the right wing of the left wing. He has been a lovely player to watch throughout this tournament. It's close touch control again. This is Answer. That is speculated from that distance. It's 20 minutes now. The players know it is worth having a crack. You never quite know. One of these efforts could fly into the net and end up being the winning goal, not just of this game, but of the tournament as a whole. Mohamed onto Wisdom Abe. Chance to look up for Atram. He's put an awful lot on that, too much really. Kept in play on the far side by Ajugu. Support arrives from Razak. Headed away by Jorginho. And the flag had been raised, and once again, free kick to Brazil and a chance for them to clear their lines. Ghana have responded well to the equaliser, you know. Opening stages of the first half, Brazil were on top, but Emmanuel Afrani's team have steadied the ship here. Back to 1-1, and Ghana back creating problems of their own, back asking questions of the Brazilian defence. To Zalem, the man whose goal has levelled it up at 1-1. To Abel, turned 17 in July, the Vasco da Gama player. To Zalem's sliding tackle, unable to hold on to possession for Brazil. Comes Razak. Into that right boot of his, and he does test the goalkeeper. Fabio makes the save. Next to do that, Abdul Razak cutting in onto his right boot. Did well to steady himself. Good save. Down goes Fabio Pinto. Play on, says the referee. Abe seeing a lot of the ball on that right wing at the moment. Here comes the cross from Atram. Jugo was the target in the middle, and anywhere will do for Brazil as they clear it away. Good period of pressure this from the Ghanaians. African nation about to make their second change of this final. Michael Coffey will come on. He scored against Costa Rica in the group stage. He also scored against Oman in the quarterfinals. He's a good player. And he takes the place of Wisdom Abe, who had picked up a yellow card in the game not so long ago. Had a chance to watch these attempts from Ghana as they try to regain a lead. That's been taken away from them. Disappointing cross in from Mohammed. This is Ajugu. Supporting midfield from Ansa. Mohammed again. And he's put too much on that. The first one was too weak. The second he overcompensated by ballooning. As we've said a few times, finals like this, it's when cool heads are needed. Who can keep their composure? Mohammed. Wusu. Nicely controlled by Atram. Mohammed gets involved again. Cross very close to the goalkeeper. Fabio under pressure as well. It's an easy with the free jumping just in front of him, but he's done very well, the Brazilian goalkeeper. Aziz Ansa, adjudged to have fouled Matuzalem. Brazil wasting no time getting on with it, but Jorginho asking far too much of Fabio Pinto. He's come over. Oh my word, it's going to be a red card. Fabio Pinto, Brazil's top scorer at this tournament, has been shown a straight red card by the Norwegian referee, Terry Hagen. Well, what happened there? Pinto in pursuit of the ball. He must have struck out at the opponent. He has been shown a red card, and there isn't many complaints coming from Brazil's number 9. Well, what scenes now in this final, locked at 1-1. Brazil will have to play the final 20 minutes or so with only 10 men. Surely this gives a big advantage now to the men from Ghana. Those neutral Egyptians watching on in the crowd, increasingly supporting the African nation here. They've had the lead over Brazil. They've been pegged back to 1-1. But now a red card for Fabio Pinto, of all people, the Brazilian star. Here he is in pursuit. And out goes his left hand, clipping the ear of Daniel Quay. Well, it's not a punch or a lunge. There is a raised hand that connects with the head. In this day and age, you can't get away with that. Fabio Pinto will be disgusted to have seen red, when really there was no need for anything to happen there. It's been a final in which he was clearly frustrated. His body language wasn't great, and that frustration has come out in a needless wave of his hand. No real harm done to the opponent, but the referee seeing it as a blow to the head and not hesitating in showing the red card. This is going to be a huge talking point for the press conferences after the game, particularly if Brazil are to go on and lose now. Here is Ajugu. Can he produce something? Attempt to lunge forward by Isaac Owusu, the man with fresh legs, having come on as the second half substitute. This is Rahman. Not a good ball. And Brazil win it back, and they will get a free kick midway inside their own half. Oh, it's tense now in Cairo, it really is. Good positioning by Razak. Tackles flying in all over the place now. This is Giovanni doing well for Brazil, and he wins a free kick as well. Razak with the challenge on Giovanni. If anything, you know, he stumbled on that a bit himself. Giovanni trotting the ball. He was trying to execute a Brazilian trick that didn't quite come off, but the referee, believing it to be a foul from Abdul Razak, has given Brazil this free kick. Quarter of an hour to play, or thereabouts. Giovanni is giving this a long look. Certainly a long run-up. Giovanni is miles out here, but his body language suggesting that he fancies a crack at this. It was a long run-up, it was a long way out, and it was very much a long way off target from Giovanni. He did hit the crossbar earlier on in the game, but able to cause further trouble for the Ghanaian defence there. Field from Mohamed to Owusu. Trying to get the head up, trying to see the pass to pick forward, but been a measure of the game from both sides that the long ball tactics haven't quite come off in the game. It's when they've been intricate that they've looked more effective. That's very clever there. Lovely little shimmy dummy by Abel to allow the ball beyond him. And here is the scampering Giovanni again. Oh, he takes a tumble, but Boateng had cleanly won possession first. Great injection of pace from Giovanni. And down he goes, but the referee not interested in awarding a penalty. Giovanni certainly offered Brazil something a bit different going forward since coming on. Raw pace as much as anything, and now that they've lost Fabio Pinto, the centre forward, they need Giovanni all the more. He's operating as the central striker now. Well held by Fabio in defence. Brazil of a man down, in need of treatment inside the penalty area. They play on for now. Fabio's clearance. Thought he might have put that out of play to allow treatment on for his teammate, but play continues. This is Adjogu. Ghana look to come again. Here is Aris Ansah. Again, you don't buy a ticket, you can't win the raffle. Ansah taking on the spectacular again. One of these long-range shots going to end up in the back of the net and be good enough to win this final. Brazil at the moment temporarily down to 9 men. Fabio Pinto has been sent off. And one of their defenders is receiving treatment, lying on the ground behind the goalmouth away to our right. It's a two-man advantage at the moment for Ghana. Can they make it count as Owusu blazes it away? I was claiming this took a deflection on the way through. I don't think it did. Isaac Owusu been a fantastic performer in getting Ghana to this final. Not fit enough to start the showpiece game tonight. And at the moment in line to finish it. Can he produce something for Ghana to win it? Here he is again. Owusu looking for Adjogu. And there's no standing on ceremony from Ghana. They've got 3 players waiting in the busy penalty area here. And it's a miscued cross in the end. Adjogu, who'd done very well in the build-up, but unable to deliver the final killer pass. Adjogu of the Hearts of Oak club. There's quite a few of his club teammates in this under-17 national squad for Ghana. Giovanni holding up well in that central striker's role. Ronaldinho's gone out to take up a position on the right wing now, with Giovanni operating as the main central striker. Here is Jorginho up on the left-hand side. He did well to hurdle the tackle, and completely overcooked the cross, and somewhat of a wasted opportunity for Brazil. Jorginho, who has played in all of Brazil's games here in Egypt at this under-17 event. Here is Aris Ansah. Isaac Owusu. Again, the outlet is Emmanuel Adjogu, who's had a busy second half, causing problems for Andre, the Brazilian right-back. Here he goes again, Adjogu. Can he provide a better cross this time? It's a tester for Fabio, and the Brazilian goalkeeper does well. Jogo at the moment looking as threatening as any of his teammates, outside of the right boot with the cross. Well held by the goalkeeper. Quay. Atram. Good challenge on the edge of the penalty area. Brazil strong where they need to be. It will, however, result in a corner for Ghana. The Africans' pressure continues. Just when Brazil feel at stages they might be getting the upper hand in this final. These young Ghanaians managed to discover a new tempo, a new rhythm, a new way of getting themselves back into it. Mohamed's delivery. Owusu tries it from miles. Oh, it took a deflection, it could have got in. Well, that was so close. Isaac Owusu drilling it in, last touch off a Brazilian defender. And it really could have wrong-footed the goalkeeper. It came off Gavião. Matuzale, scorer of Brazil's goal that they have got in this final so far. Ronaldinho looking for the hard running of Giovanni, who's been full of that since coming. Oh, he's done so well here, Giovanni. And another chance. Brazil at the moment making a mockery of being down to 10 men because they're at least holding their own. Giovanni was patient there when he needed to be. This is the Jugo. He's away again. Support this time from Atram. Now it's a free. Nice stuff. Back to Ansah. And he didn't really catch hold of it on his weaker left foot. Aziz Ansah. Goal scorer already at this event. Hoping to claim what might be a winning goal in the final. He's had a few cracks of the target tonight. One of his tamer efforts from Aziz Ansah. Here is Abdul Razak. 1-1 in Cairo. Time very much running out as we move into the closing minutes now. Is this final going to go longer? Mohamed beginning to show signs of fatigue now on that right-hand side for Ghana. If there is going to be a winner within 90 minutes here, it is going to be a very late goal. Giovanni. Back to Matuzale. Also wants to throw in for Ghana. Matuzale's claiming it for Brazil. The two number 11s clashing. The Norwegian referee confirms the throw-in will be for the South Americans. Jorginho. Might as well go for it now. Throw the kitchen sink. 10 men of Brazil wouldn't fancy extra time. That's very nice. Played on by Abel for Ronaldinho, and Andre is up from right back and he scores! Andre makes it 2-1 for Brazil and surely wins the under-17 world title. There are less than 3 minutes remaining in the game. Andre, who I don't think has come on the attack for the entire match, but look how Ronaldinho picks him out here. A graceful touch from the Brazilian number 10. It was bobbling everywhere for Andre. That is such a cool finish in the circumstances. And who would have thought it? The right back, Andre of Sao Paulo, with a goal that puts Brazil in front for the first time in this final. And surely there isn't enough time now for Ghana to come back. It's a brilliant pass from Ronaldinho to set it up. But Andre is the man who scores. And Brazil lead Ghana 2-1. The 10 men have managed to take the lead right at the very end here. Fernando does well under pressure in the air, but he can't prevent it from going for a corner. It isn't over yet. The Brazilian fans are celebrating in the crowd. We are preparing to move into stoppage time at the end of the 90 minutes. Brazil have left it late, but with such a flourish, Andre has made it 2-1. Ghanaians look absolutely shell-shocked. Today here as Brazil make a very late substitution. Just running down the clock now. Andre, who's exhausted, I think, from the run, celebrating the goal as much as anything else. He goes off. Enrique of Vasco da Gama will come on. That's one defender replacing another. It wasn't all that far off target from the corner, as Ghana throw everything now at trying to get an equaliser of their own. This was the goal. This was the moment. Ronaldinho setting it up for Andre. Didn't he do well? With the goalkeeper rushing out to him. There was no margin for error there. One touch to control it. One touch to finish. A wonderful execution. And a goal worthy perhaps of winning the final of this magnitude. Brazil preparing to make another change down there. They're really looking to run down the clock now, and can't really blame them being down to 10 men. Enrique, who's come on, it's his first appearance of the tournament, hasn't been involved in the journey to get to this final, but here he is now for the closing stages. Hamza Mohamed trying to inspire Ghana and get them in motion going forward again. Anywhere will do for Brazil as they hoof it clear. Giovanni, he's been such a menace since coming on, and he could be in again. This is Giovanni for Brazil. One-on-one against Rackman. Rackman did really well. The 90 minutes are up. Ghana battling on. Can they find an African miracle here in Cairo? Good first touch from Owusu, but he can't keep the shot down. Isaac Owusu, one of the players of this tournament, and he nearly stole some late headlines there. Played back to him from Atram. Well struck on the left boot, but just too high. Is that to be Ghana's last big opportunity? Brazil pulling out every trick of the book. Rogério down there, ready to come on. They eat into the clock. Again, desperate times and desperate measures, and shots being rained in from all angles from Ghana, but look at their celebrations already on the touchline for Brazil. They believe they've done enough. Quickly taken corner. Ariz Ansa. Oh dear, he was trying to flick it through for Atram. Brazil are almost there to the World Under-17 title. Rogério will take the place of Matuzala. What a game he's had. Scorer of a very important goal of the time to make it 1-1. Matuzala, the 17-year-old, then grabbed the opportunities in midfield to wrestle the game in Brazil's favour. He departs. 2 goals to his name now for the tournament. Free kick to Ghana, who will battle on. And the shrill whistles from the Brazilian fans who just want this game to be over. Good work by Ferragamo. Brazilian captain, will he be lifting the trophy in just a few minutes' time? There'll be such scrutiny of this Brazilian team. These youngsters will be highly sought after. Oh, Rogério here. Now this really can finish it all off for Brazil. It's his first touch. He's only just come on, and Rogério completely fluffs the shot. What an opportunity that would have been to surely seal it, but it doesn't matter now anyway. There is the final whistle, and Brazil have been crowned world champions under 17 for 1997. This talented team Oh, look at the celebration down there. Fabio Pinto, who was sent off, is engulfed by his teammates. Relief for the number 9. He remains their top scorer for the tournament. The red card doesn't matter now. But Brazil, who as you can see mustered 11 shots on goal, they will feel they had the better of this final. 2 of them found the back of the net, and those are the 2 goals that count. Brazil have beaten Ghana by 2 goals to 1, and they are the champions in Egypt.
Brazil, world champion under 17, the FIFA Nations League Cup 1997. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We see you in 2 years in New Zealand. نشكركم سيداتي سادتي لحسن متابعتكم، وسوف نرى سيادتكم مرة أخرى في بطولة كأس العالم القادمة إن شاء الله 99 في نيوزيلندا. وشكرا.